This is the Raycial A3 Laminator. Let's take it out of the box. In the box you get the user manual. They give you 30 laminating sheets. There are different sizes in here. They give you a corner rounder. Stick a corner of a page in there and it'll clip it off. The chaff is collected in that little container. They give you a paper cutter. That's this here. There's a blade in here. You can lift up and then you can slide this across to cut the paper. I'll demonstrate that to you in a bit. And here is the unit itself. It handles up to A3 size paper. For us in the US, we don't use that, but they do show letter size paper, and this opening is 13 inches wide. So as long as what you have is just a shade under 13, it will fit through there and will laminate. And of course the big sheets they give you here will go through there no problem. You have cold and hot lamination, as you see right there. Power light will come on either which way, and the ready light will come on in the hot mode once it's heated up to temperature. Now a lot of people have this feeling and thought maybe they used laminators years and years and years ago and they took like 5-10 minutes to warm up. This claims to warm up in only 90 seconds. So let's get everything configured here and we'll get started. First things first, I have a really important document here and I want to trim this down to size. So we can go ahead and stick this in the paper cutter and we'll go up to, I guess, about there. I'll trim it up if needed. And just like that, it cuts it off. So I'm going to continue slicing this down to size and then we'll put it in a laminating pouch. So I have my laminating pouch ready. I guess I should have compared that to the size of it first, but it doesn't matter. This is just for a demonstration. Now as far as the corner rounder goes, you can use that after it's been laminated, but these laminating pouches it comes with have a rounded corner already. So there's no sense in doing that. But I can do it to the paper, which will give it kind of a more finished appearance. So you have to stick it in there like that, and then you can clip it down. And there's your nice rounded corner. We'll do that again here. Rounded corner. Rounded corner. And rounded corner. So with that said and done, we can now get the laminating pouch. Now, this is hinged at one side, as you see. So it opens up kind of like a book. Put whatever you want in there. And, you know, how straight you want it, everything else is up to you. That is pretty close. I want to just slide it over ever so slightly to the left. Somewhere about like that, pretty close. We'll get that locked into place there. And that will be close enough for this. So now we'll get the laminator plugged in. So here's the unit ready to go. We're going to go ahead and turn it on. Now if you want cold lamination, it immediately says it's ready and the power light is illuminated. But we're doing hot lamination, so we're going to switch it over to hot. And now just the power light, but not the ready light, comes on. Now why would you want cold lamination? What's that all about? You use cold lamination whenever you're laminating something that could be damaged by heat, because these are thermal laminators. They work by heat, and that's why we got to wait for it to warm up. So in doing so, if you're laminating something like a grocery store receipt, maybe you got the sale of a lifetime at a grocery store, which would be pretty impressive in this day and age with prices through the roof. You know, you could laminate that and maybe show that to your kids years down the road. Look how much, you know, this cost back then, and they'll have the date and all that. If you fed that through the laminator on hot, the entire receipt will turn black, because that's how that thermal paper works. The printer that it comes out of heats up the little places on it where they want the information to appear, and it turns black there. So if you fed that through on hot, it would come out completely black and ruin it. For cold lamination, you cannot use the laminating pouches that it comes with. There are available for sale separate cold laminating pouches that you would use for that. And again, for that, you just stick it on to cold and you can go ahead and feed it through. Those typically have sort of a pressure thing like that, and there are pressure rollers in here that will squeeze everything shut. In all of my time babbling, it's already heated up. That wasn't bad at all. So let's go ahead and take this. You always want to feed it with the hinge side in first. I'm going to go over here toward the left edge, and it'll grab it. Alright, so you can watch here. That's going to feed through. I could turn it all the way this way, in fact. Now, you may say, well, this is taking a long time. It's actually pretty quick. This runs at 360 millimeters per minute. So you're saying, well, what does that really mean to me? That means that you're going to get an 8.5 by 11 letter size sheet of paper here in the US done in under a minute. So this is almost done. And there it is, fully laminated. So we can actually shut that off now, because that's all I'm going to use it for. And now with this laminated, you can bend it, stuff like that. If you fold it, you will put a crease in the plastic, but you can bend it around as much as you need. This is completely waterproof. You can write on this with a dry erase marker and wipe it off, which is kind of a nice thing as well. It's impervious to damage as such. You know, if you mutilate it, then obviously that's going to be the end of that. But the paper will stay. Also, another great thing is it will be protected from fading, especially from the sun and that. You can laminate photographs and all kinds of other stuff out there. It's a great thing to have on hand. You know, a lot of times you'll have an instance come up for something and say, wow, this is really important. I really want to save this. I really want to protect it. I wish I could laminate it. Well, now you can with the Raycial A3 thermal laminator. If you'd like to purchase this item, I'll leave a link in the video description where you can find the item available for sale on Amazon. Thanks for watching. Make sure you click like, make sure you click subscribe, and take care. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.